Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back from the brand new video. Today's video we are here after a truly beautiful Sunday to talk about something our boy Dave King spoke about. He said when we get back at it, when we win that first title versus Celtic dominance, they'll fold like a pack of cards. Well, it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that Dave King is a clairvoyant. He was spot on, but where we were mistaken is we assumed they just meant Celtic. Nah. Since we are now killing, skilling and thrilling and winning things, not only has Celtic folded like a pack of cards, the entire footballing world has literally just crumbled. Now I know there might be some people watching right now being like, what is CJ talking about? I was enjoying myself last night, and rightly so. Hopefully you had a very good night. But we're obviously here to talk about the European Super League and the Champions League reform. And let's talk about the European Super League first. And how do I say this eloquently? Because I know every Tom, Dick and Harry's out there talking about it. So I want to get this one right, and I want to speak eloquently. These blood-sucking rat vermin chairmans are out here pissing directly into not only every competition's face, but every single fan of football throughout the entire world. Aye, that's probably as polite as I'm going to be able to say it in today's video, but these blood-sucking chairmans have decided to go out here and all 12 of them spread throughout Europe break away from the shackles of making hundreds of millions of pounds per year. So they've put all that behind them and they went ahead and agreed to go ahead and creating a Super League, a European Super League consisting of 12 teams where elite clubs will only ever play elite clubs, because how dare we as football fans expect the great likes of Arsenal Football Club to ever have to share the park with a low team like Fulham, because we all know they didn't deserve to be on the same park. It'd be a cricket score if the fantastically brilliant elite Arsenal ever had to play a low team, small team like Fulham. But again, the diehard blue noses that's out here watching the channel will be thinking, right, CGI, this is all crap for football. This is a shame for all them, but how does this affect us in any shape or form? Well, continue to watch and I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because UEFA and FIFA has actually woken up. You know when racism and all that's going to be like, but now actual money and potential money is coming away from them. So they have fired out countless statements almost on an hourly basis right now. Not only threatening to remove these teams from their competitions in the leagues that they're playing in, but also banning the players that go and play in this league from the likes, say, the World Cup and the Euros, which has brought probably the most arrogant thing I've ever heard. Probably summarises this entire thing. Perez, who's obviously the chairman of not only Real Madrid, but also the chairman of this new league, he's went, if we get banned from the World Cup and the Euros, we'll just go ahead and make it in. That's what's happening in football. That's what's happened to your game now, ladies and gentlemen. These people are just swimming in all this. Nothing else matters. History, tradition, cups, titles, leagues, championships, trophies, none of that matters. They're willing to risk and throw away everything just to move into this league where they will be showered in nothing but absolute gold. And I don't know if we're too close to it, because we as a football club have obviously been through so much blood, sweat and tears to go all the way through the leagues, all the way through that hard, painful journey, get us back to where we belong so we can go ahead and lift 55 and add another league title to our incredible history. Our football club, to see these vultures and people going ahead and willing to throw all that away and being like, we'll just make it in and we'll just do this and we'll just do this, all for money. I don't know, it honestly makes me sick to my stomach. But personal feeling aside, how does this directly involve and hurt the likes of Rangers? Well, we mentioned it earlier on. UEFA and FIFA has decided, or came out and said, that these teams will be removed from competitions like the Champions League and the Europa League as well, which, let's not beat around the bush here. These are some big names. These are some heavy hitters. Again, not all of them's heavy hitters and big names, but some of them are real heavy hitters with some fantastic world class players. You're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. They're being removed from those competitions. You know the fact that that will hurt the money in the likes of the Champions League and the sponsors and the TV deals that happens. If all these clubs do go ahead and leave the likes of these competitions, that will hurt us in the old European money, which, if you've been paying attention to this channel, that European moolah has been vital to get us back to where we belong. So it'll hurt us financially and just from a spectacle point of view as well. I mean, this is the current projections. If this Super League actually happens and the teams that's involved aren't involved in the Champions League, blah, 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 that's going to be the teams that's going to go ahead into the Champions League. And that, for me, doesn't even feel like the Champions League. I love the aspect. I love the fact that we fought all this way tooth and nail to get us back to the big dance, the Champions League, to play the best of the best. I want to see us we deserve that after what we have went through, and to have these people go ahead and throw all that away and for us to go into a competition which will feel now lesser, and we'll have people looking down on it because they'll say, well, all the best teams and the biggest teams are in this league. For me, that there is a shambles. Now again, there will be people out there saying, well, CJ, for them go, that does leave a massive hole, and that does greatly increase our chances of going deeper into the competition. And again, I like you're thinking with that, but I don't know. I wanted to see us versus the likes of Real Madrid. I wanted to see us boss the park. I wanted to see Ryan Jack putting Ronaldo on his arse. I wanted to see the best versus Rangers. I wanted us to be tested, and again, it would be great to go deeper and deeper into the competition, but there'll always be that what if, and again, more importantly, the financial aspect will be greatly decreased if all these superstars and all these teams and all the sponsorships that come with that aren't involved in this competition anymore. Now, if you're still with me and you're still watching today's video, it is worth stressing, despite this being announced and agreed and all that stuff and farted out last night at 10 o'clock, thinking people would sort of maybe get lost in it because obviously Jose Mourinho has been sacked, you've got games going a day. Maybe they thought if they farted that out late at night, people would forget and let this happen, but that has not been the reaction at all. It's been incredible how many leagues and how many football fans have actually united against this complete and utter corporate greed. And this is honestly the first time I've ever seen a collection of fans actually say, no, enough is enough. It's been watered down. I mean, these vermin have ripped the game away and added this and put more payment walls, taking it away from the regulars and giving it to the rich. We've seen Champions League, Europa League finals, fans getting took out the game for corporate suits who didn't even care about the games. It's been slowly edging away from the fans that actually made the sport and made it what it is. But now it's good to see everyone sort of standing against it and saying no. And that isn't from just a fan's point of view as well. There's actually again club ambassadors like your Gary Nevilles, your Roy Keanes, your Mickey Richards. All these guys that's got a voice are using it positively to slam this and try to stop this from happening. And I'm sure the players will be as well. Now, as I'm currently recording today's video, there has only been one sort of player or major player that was actually involved in the actual Super League, or will be involved, and that's Bruno Fernandes, and he spoke out against it, saying basically, nah, this isn't football for me. And there's been other players that's also spoke out, but not anyone within the actual bubble. Again, as I'm recording, only Bruno Fernandes is the one. Hopefully, by the time you're actually watching this, there will be plenty of others speaking out against it. That would make me a wee bit happy in the old ticker to see people just rallying together, even the players, and saying, no, this isn't the game, this isn't the way to go about things. It's about the fans. Remember all the wee shitty banners and everything like that people spit out there saying, football is nothing without the fans, this is for this and this is for this. Well, what these 12 clubs have done is literally ripped all that up and set it on fire. Football really is about the fans, and I think the reaction through every true-blooded actual fan, and not just a glory hunter or a follower or anything like that pays attention from far away, no, the actual fans of these football clubs who eat, sleep and breathe their football clubs have all went, no, this isn't the way. And I love that, and hopefully just somehow this gets stopped in its tracks, ladies and gentlemen, because all this isn't it. And we do actually have a small bit of hope, because it's actually been reported the fact that PSG, Dortmund and obviously Bayern Munich, who are again our powerhouses in the old European football, all rejected the opportunity. And thank God that they did, because it's been reported that if they had agreed, that would have been all the major players on the actual scale tipping in favour of the Super League, and there'd have been nothing anyone else could have done to stop it. But thankfully for these three football clubs saying no and sort of gone the opposite way, that's kind of brought it back into conversation. So you might look at it, ladies and gentlemen, that PSG, Dortmund and Bayern Munich may have just saved European football. And of course, let's not forget their own individual league as well, because all these clubs that's going to involve with the Super League will not be able to play in league competitions. That's been confirmed by FIFA and UEFA. So this right here is a massive standstill in the fate of football, ladies and gentlemen, because like this, so many of these leagues could actually lose their biggest and best teams. Like that. And you know, son, all this and seeing all the potential aftermath and all these leagues and all these people being terrified and scared has actually made me sit back and appreciate Scottish football even more, because yes, we didn't have all the money. We can't go ahead and pay players 50, 60, 70 grand a week. We haven't got all the fancy technology or anything like that. But what we've got is actual players that come out here and play for their badge, that fight and who actually want to play football. It might be a farmers league to so many people, but it's no to us. It's an actual footballing league, and all these people that's laughed and called us a farmers league for so long, I'm pretty damn sure all of them will be sitting wishing that their clubs, their chairmans, their players all were a part of a farmers league. I'll happily take Scottish football over this over-commercialised sickness, poison, soulless football that has affected every other league and again is threatening to crumble it within itself. But aye, that's my thoughts and opinions on the first topic in today's video. This European Super League is everything that's wrong with modern day football. It's all about the money, it's all about the greed, and it's never ever about the families and the fans. And because I can't a picture like, or even think about what my life would be if I wasn't instantly put in a Rangers kit when I was wee baby, having Rangers stuff in the court, going to games with my father for my first memories. I can't imagine what it would be like growing up in maybe 10, 15 years if this whole thing goes ahead and happens and it gets progressively worse and worse, that families and dads and mums can't afford to take their kids to games of football. I didn't want to imagine what the world would actually be like that. Football should always be about the fans, and it should always be about the family of the fans as well, and that should be the atmosphere in the stadium. No suits, happy with this, thinking about extending that to make more money. That isn't what football's all about, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know, I'm just hoping like sense prevails and something happens for the betterment. But it's all up in the air right now, ladies and gentlemen, but whenever any other updates happen, it can obviously negatively affect Rangers and stuff like that, and just football in itself, I will make sure to be speaking to you right here on the channel. But now we move away from topic number one, and that's the stuff that's almost happening or is up in the air to happen. Well, let's transition to something that definitely is happening, and happening from 2024. And this is the Champions League reform that again has kind of went underneath the radar this morning because of all this European Super League. But this is the news that will directly change how we go ahead and play in the Champions League. And again, from 2024, the Champions League will no longer be 32 teams. It will now be 36, and it will no longer be Group A, Group B, Group C, with 4 teams battling out, with everyone having a real chance to go ahead and making it through to the top 2 spots, maybe in goal difference. All that drama, that's been ripped out of it as well, because now it is only one league. Everyone is in the same league and everyone will play 10 games. So yes, it is more games than normal, but everyone is thrown into the one league where only the 8 teams in the top 8 of the league will actually qualify into the latter stages, where it will be more of a traditional Champions League outfit in terms of knockout games, home and away, all that stuff. But that right there is a massive fundamental change in how the Champions League operates, and for me it isn't for the betterment at all. Yes, we're playing more games, yes, we're getting more money, but again, that's stacking the odds in the favour of all these teams that's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions to spend to fit in to the top 8, and that's all it's ever going to be. Those guys over the 10 games who's got all that money, all the ridiculous spending that they can do, that'll be it. That's all that goes through, and that takes away the magic and the, or someday could go a run here. It drastically cuts down those chances, and if that there isn't putting like a sour taste in your mouth, something that definitely will, or at least did for me. If you can stomach all of that, you'll not be able to stomach this, because UEFA's actually agreed the fact that if 2 elite clubs don't qualify for the Champions League, there will be 2 spots open where they will pick up and get these 2 elite clubs that didn't do enough to qualify and say, no, you've qualified for the Champions League because you've got a big name, you've got a massive market, you've got a lot of big players that we want in the Champions League. And that there, for me, is absolutely putrid. What are we doing? Like, honestly, what are we doing? Why does it matter how big their name is? If they've not done enough the season before to qualify for the Champions League, they shouldn't be in the Champions League. I do not understand this at all, man. It just doesn't feel right. It's like we're losing the beautiful game that we all fell in love with as a wee boy, and we still follow this day. It's just getting further and further away. More the decks are getting stacked in favour of these bigger teams that's able to spend this and spend that. So there's 2 different aspects of how it's going to affect Rangers. Either the Super League, which will drastically affect us from next season, but at least even if that gets rubbish, we still have this Champions League reform to wrap our heads round through from 2024. But that's it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. It is a little bit of a downer, but didn't allow any of this to take the shine off yesterday. I'm still going to be happy and I'm still going to focus on that, but this was a very, very important subject to talk about, and I know it's a little bit different, but I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on all of this. Where do you stand and where the game is actually going in the European stage, etc, etc. Make sure to be sharing your opinions down there in the comment section below. And again, if you didn't mind subscribing to the channel, if you enjoy the channel and want to help the channel reach 50k, that'd be absolutely tremendous. It's free, doesn't cost you a penny, and just helps us on our way. But if you did get involved in the comment section, I will be speaking to you shortly. But until then, I've been Saging over and into. Thank you so much for watching. All the best and bye.